Welcome back to Aesthetics Magazine. Discover more skincare resources at aestheticsmagazine.com. In this episode, let's talk about tanning. A tan is the body's attempt to protect itself from the harmful effect of UV radiation. When your skin is exposed to UV radiation, the skin produces melanin in an attempt to absorb and dissipate the energy from the radiation before it can cause damage to the skin cells. Melanin is the first defense as it absorbs UV rays. When we expose our skin to UV radiation, the amount of melanin in the outer layer of epidermis increases as the skin works to form a protective layer. This melanin layer is what causes the skin to tan. Different people tan in different ways because the skin produces different amounts of melanin. It is the width of the dermis and the thickness and the type of melanin in the patient's skin that changes the tanning ability. If the skin is subjected to damage from UV radiation, for example from a sunburn, the dermis can increase the blood flow to the affected areas. Red and white blood cells that aid in repair will accelerate to the area in the blood. Different types of UV radiation are known to produce different effects in the skin. UVB radiation is the main cause of sunburn and is also the main cause of skin cancer. UVA radiation is the type of radiation used on sunbeds because it causes the skin to tan, and although it can also cause signs of premature skin aging and skin cancer, it is less likely than UVB to trigger skin complaints. Tanning beds, also known as sunbeds, are widely used in many Western countries. The use of indoor tanning beds is very popular, particularly in the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and other European and Scandinavian nations. Tanning beds have become a multi-billion-dollar industry, with over 50,000 tanning facilities that provide indoor tanning services in the United States alone. In Europe, where the tanning industry is thought to have originated, as many as 34 million citizens use tanning beds each year. In the United States, indoor tanning is particularly popular among young adults. It is estimated that 35% of American adults, 59% of college students, and 17% of teens have reported using a tanning bed at least once in their lives. However, tanning beds are particularly dangerous. It is important to note that there are approximately 8,000 tanning salons and 18,000 other facilities, such as health clubs or spas, providing tanning services in the United States. However, there are only 1,000 hospitals that treat skin cancer. Research has demonstrated that there is a strong link between tanning bed use and skin cancer. When the skin is exposed to the UVB and UVA light emitted by the tanning beds, it synthesizes vitamin D. A person walks into a tanning salon and asks for a short tanning session since she was allergic to long sessions. The tanning salon owner explains that the tanning salon uses UVB tanning beds. It is, however, advisable for individuals to get professional advice from experienced medical personnel before using the tanning beds. The professionals will help the individual understand the expanse of tanning effects and also mitigation measures to be employed in case there are adverse effects. Combined with exposure on ultraviolet rays as a result of tanning, the skin suffers irreparable damage. Well, there are two types of ultraviolet rays. These are UVA and UVB rays. The skin surface always suffers negative impacts of these rays. On the other hand, UVA tanning beds employ higher concentrations of these rays, while UVB tanning beds use lower concentrations but higher than natural sunlight. The tanning effect is, however, much faster with UVB than with UVA. UVA tanning beds cause the release of melanin, which absorbs the harmful UVA rays, protecting the skin from wrinkle and burning. When exposed to the UVA tanning beds for the first time, the melanin takes time before it is released to protect the skin. This often makes the individual susceptible to skin aging and wrinkling, and the skin can burn easily. UVB rays have, however, been under prescription in the treatment of different types of skin disorders, including psoriasis and vitiligo. UVB tanning beds employ lower wavelengths and have been developed to emit stronger concentrations of the rays to facilitate faster treatment of skin disorders. UVB rays are considered safer and efficient in facilitating tanning effects. However, studies show that extended exposure to UVB rays may result in suppression of the immune system. UVB rays make it easier for the skin to burn and can produce way more vitamin D than UVA rays, making exposure to these rays have more negative impacts. However, just as with sun exposure, there are some risks that come with using tanning beds. Studies have shown that people who began tanning as teenagers or young adults have a significant increase in their risk of developing melanoma, which is the deadliest form of skin cancer. Melanoma rates have steadily increased in recent years, especially in young women, and most researchers believe this is due to the rise in popularity of tanning beds. Most professional tanning communities agree that overexposure to ultraviolet radiation, including both sunlight and the use of tanning beds, can lead to not just melanoma, but non-melanoma skin cancers as well. Visual changes to the skin resulting from overexposure to UV radiation can include discolored moles, thickening of the skin, and skin laxity, loss of tightness. It is well understood within the healthcare profession that intense, intermittent sun exposure creates melanoma, but more research is needed to understand the specific relationship UV radiation from indoor tanning has with the disease. Each session under UV protective goggles should decrease in strength after that for about 8 hours during peak daylight hours. The safety of using these goggles has not been established for people who are repeatedly exposed to tanning lights. It is also worth talking about a lesser-known risk of tanning beds, which is the development of herpes simplex eye infections. These uncomfortable eye infections can be caused by the ultraviolet exposure to the eye. Even though the tanning enthusiast has their eyes shut, the light can be strong enough and penetrate them, leading to the risk of infection. Finally, there are also a number of infections that can be caught due to the warmth and humidity of the tanning beds. Discover the natural power of vitamins with this new book, Understanding Vitamins in Skincare by Greg Rishaw. Learn how vitamins can nourish, protect, and renew your skin, all while embracing a healthy, balanced approach. Get your copy today and uncover the secrets to natural ingredients. Understanding Vitamins in Skincare is available now on Amazon.com.